All right, folks, it's Jake from Wani, and we are here with the legendary Max Cavalera today. Max, how are you today?
I'm doing great, man. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good, and I'm a lot better knowing that yourself and your brother are coming down here to Australia in a couple of weeks' time on your Beneath the Remains and Arise tour. So you're heading back to Australia following your successful Return to Roots tour, but did you expect to be returning to Australia so soon?
No, not really. That was kind of a surprise, but was a nice surprise, because I love Australia, and we had so much fun every time we've been there. And the last time with Roots was great. It was all sold out, and it was a big success. And we did this Beneath the Remains Arise, last year in South America and Russia, and it was killer. It was just a great response. People loved it. They loved it even more than Roots. So we felt very good about it that we could continue, playing this show, taking to other places, and then came the offer from Australia. And time-wise was perfect. I just kind of finished my Soulfly US tour, and I'm going to Europe after Australia, so it was like the perfect time. We could fit in with our schedule, and it's going to be great, man. We're very excited. It's just a really powerful show. It's a really, really cool how the songs, those two albums together, they really represent an era in our life, and it's really good to celebrate that with the fans.
Yeah, and you're right, they are very powerful songs, and I do want to touch on what you mentioned before about the Australian shows on the last tour being sold out. I think that this tour is going to probably run very close to that as well again. So what is it about Australia and its fans that you think makes them want to continue turning up to your shows, and what makes you want to continue to return here?
Well, that's the combination of that, the excitement and the level of loyalty that they have for our stuff. And I love Australia. Some of my favorite memories being some of the Australian shows we did, either Soulfly in '98 or Killer Be Kill or the Return to Roots. So I'm really happy with the success we've been having in Australia. Australia is like really welcoming to my music. They love my stuff, and we feel that we had this chance to do this. These tours, we're not doing them for too long. In fact, I think the Roots now is done. We finished with it. Right now we are on this Arise, Beneath the Remains, but eventually at some point we're going to stop that too, and so it's just for a certain time. So I think it's a special thing we do in a special time and special place, and Australia is definitely a special place that we want to bring this tour for. So I think it's going to be great.
Yeah, very nice. So what can we expect from these shows? Is it a straight back-to-back playthrough of the albums, or are you going to throw in some other hits if you've got time to?
Pretty much what we did in South America and Russia was great, because it was like, it's the best of the two albums, it's the best of Beneath the Remains with the best of Arise, and in the order of the albums, so it's like, it follows the order of the album, and then in the end, we're probably going to try to get some obscure covers or something from that era to throw in and make the ending of the show be more exciting. But I think it's on its own right. These songs are so powerful, man. They're so, Beneath the Remains is commemorate 30 years this year, and it's imprinted on people's DNA. And it's like these albums are a soundtrack of people's lives, and they kind of change the world for it. Changed my life. This two record changed. I influenced a ton of bands throughout the whole world. It still influences bands today. and I think it's good for people to hear this stuff live. You know, get influenced by, get excited by, we get super motivated by, you know, play stuff like That Embryonic Cells, Desperate Cry, Stronger Than Hate. Those are killer tracks, man, you know, that live, and you know, we have a great band playing them, great musicians, and we kind of revive them. We those songs are reborn in this new incarnation of me and Igor. They are kind of reborn and came to life again the way we're playing them. So it's a great feeling. It's a great feeling for the people that saw it before, for the fans that weren't born when those albums came out. It doesn't matter what condition is. It matters that when they go there, they go see it, they're gonna feel it, the power of these records, and it's really touching. It's really cool, and I feel we do justice to them. We play them very good, and it's a celebration of these albums.
Yeah, and it's actually really good that you mentioned there about it being the 30th year celebration for Beneath the Remains. I mean, I was only 2 or 3 months old when that album was released, so it's going to be good for someone like me to actually experience that in a live setting. But I guess I want to ask, what is it about these albums, these songs, and particularly the legacy that you guys have built that continues to speak to fans to this day? You're looking 30 odd years on from when the songs were initially released.
Yeah, I think it's the power of it, you know, never lost the power through the year. I think it got better, actually, because as the years went by, people heard the songs more and more and got more into it. And when we played them live, you can feel it. There's a nostalgic feeling in the air. It's almost like some of the shows that be going back in time. At least for us in South America, was very much like that. Even like the whole vibe of the whole tour, people in the airport greeting us. There's like 200 people in Chile and in Mexico, and the venues were packed. And you see all the leather vests and the denim vests and the metal shirts, and you feel almost like this is, you know, mid-90s. You know, it doesn't feel like 2019. And it's great. It's a great feeling. And to me, I have a new love for this record because I had to dissect them, you know, to learn them again. I don't listen to my own stuff that much, so that was kind of like a funny thing to go back in my own album. I only did it for Roots and Nail Bomb, and now I had to do it for Beneath the Remains and Arise. And I fell in love with the album again, all over again, and it's cool. It's a good, you know, I think I was 19 when I made that record, Beneath the Remains, 19 or 20, so I was very young. But you can tell there's aspirations on those songs, you know, it's like really, they are really, especially special parts. It's like the breakdown on That Embryonic Cells and Inner Self, the lyrics on Inner Self. When you sing that together with the crowd, feels very, very powerful. It's very great. And we want to celebrate that, and that's really what this show is about. It's a celebration of those works, in a kind of like in a judgment-free zone. Just go there and have fun and just let it out, and without really thinking too much, without analyzing too much. It's just go there, have fun, enjoy the songs. We're having fun playing them, and it's just for the pure love of metal that we do those things, and it's for the pure enjoyment of metal. And because of that reason, because we're doing for those reasons, it's great, man. Everybody wins. It's you know, every night when we played on that tour, we played those shows, the crowd was wet, sweaty, but happy. They saw something cool, and they witnessed something unique and very special.
Yeah.
And that's the secret, I think, about this show. It's something that's quite special, and that doesn't happen jamming all the time. So I think it's kind of, Igor's drumming with my vocals, like stuff that people really want to hear, and they have a chance to do that, so it's great.
Yeah, nice. And it's really, really good that you sort of highlighted about the crowd and fans and that turning out at the airports and that sort of thing, because that sort of ties in well with the next question that I wanted to ask. And you might be aware that Doyle from the Misfits recently made some remarks about meet and greets and how he feels that bands are forced to do them because other fans are stealing music. So what are your thoughts on that? Do you enjoy meeting your fans?
I do, man. I think it's great. We did it on a whole Soulfly tour, and we do it very affordable. Like, we don't charge much, it's like really, and all that money goes back on the tour anyway. It's just for us to survive, so I think the fans know that, and they understand that, and so it's like, and it's cool, man. They get to come on the bus and take a picture with you, have their stuff signed. I never had a problem meeting fans. I meet fans in the airport. I meet fans in supermarkets, everywhere pretty much.
Yeah.
I'm always happy to see a fellow metalhead. It's always, we're from the same tribe, so it's great,
Yeah. So that's actually a very good point there as well, that you're always happy to see a fellow metalhead, because you have sort of self-described before that you're a metalhead first and then a musician. So as someone that enjoys listening to heavy metal music, can you tell us what you've been listening to lately?
Yeah, a lot of heavy stuff, man. I love Outer Heaven and Necrot and Church Burn, just a lot of heavy, on the heavy side of things, the underground side of things. I really like The Last Big Destroyer. I thought that was great. Looking forward to the Meter Index, comes out tomorrow. Conan, I love the last Conan record. I thought that was some great doom, really cool stuff. So yeah, that's and the albums I'm looking forward the most. I think Nails, the new Nails.
Yep.
I'm really excited to hear that. That's about it, man. But I love my metal. As I always listen to it, always excited. We had a chance to on the Soulfly tour. We took out Cataclysm, was great. We had a chance to hang out with them, and Unearthed also in the end of the tour.
Yep.
So it was cool. So we did the 70,000 Tons of Metal. It saw, Dark Funeral and Obituary, Napalm Death. It was great seeing all those guys in the bowls too. So it's cool meeting all your friends.
Yeah.
Your
Definitely.
friends in metal, in other bands. That's always fun,
Yeah. Yeah, one final question for you, Max, before we sign off, because I know we're running out of time. So you're a very busy man. You're involved in a number of bands and have involvement in a number of other different projects. You said you're going to Europe after this tour, but what's next on the cards for Max Cavalera? Will we be seeing new material from you in 2019? Maybe something Killer Be Killed or Cavalera Conspiracy?
I don't know. I think this year might be more focused on touring, and I'm kind of happy about that. Maybe slow down a little bit I've been releasing records non-stop the last 5 years. We released Cavalera Conspiracy, Psychosis, we released Soulfly Ritual.
Yes.
It'll be nice to slow down a little bit, and just kind of concentrate on touring. So, and I like the Ritual tour to be kind of a world tour, so I'm hoping we can go to South America, we can go to Europe, America. We're gonna do it again, and so I think this year might be a bit more touring. And Killer BQ, maybe we'll do something, but at the moment we don't have nothing scheduled, so it's kind of up in the air. So, but definitely we're gonna have another Killer BQ album sometime, eventually.
Yeah, nice. Max, thank you so much for your time this morning. We look forward to seeing you when you come down to Australia at the end of the month.
Thanks a lot, brother. Nice talking to you, man.